If you were a regular ass rider and if you buzz me, oh, then we have a different conversation. Because now I got to walk you down. Then when I walk you down, then we can talk about it. Then I'm going to educate you what you should not do to a motherfucker like me or what I represent. Because now I'm thinking you try to either do some shit to me or I gotta do something to you first. You don't have to do that. If you pulled up on that person, bro, educate him. Let him know what's happening. Because if motherfucker that don't know, and like you just said, the only pistol is in his pocket, and if he branch that motherfucker and decide to go ahead and bust one on you, what you gonna do? You gonna cry bitch and say, "Oh, I just got shot by nobody." But what did you do? I rolled up on him and told him, "Hey, don't you know who I am, nigga?"
Who the fuck are you?
Shit off, Micah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You know, same thing. On the way to meet up for lunch with y'all, a fool blew by me on a crotch right. He was behind me. I saw him. At least 5, 10 cars behind me. You know, I'm already pulling like 90, 95. So as soon as I get into an open lane, he come by like he was in a race with 20 other sports bikes with his head down low. You know, but I felt like that was so disrespectful when we white lining. And if we pull up on a car that do not know we're there, do not hear our engines, a lot of times we scare the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So because I seen him, I wasn't no shock. But he blew by and it was so disrespectful, you know. And I've never walked anybody down. That ain't what we tend to do. But I agree with how disrespectful it is because I'm thinking about some of the older cats that have been riding forever, you know, and you blow by them with that loud ass crotch rocket. There's no telling what they could do, you know what I mean? But I find it to be real disrespectful and to have seen some people kick dudes off of mini bikes for pulling up on them. You know what I'm saying? It's very like you see it, you know what I mean? I seen a video the other day where the Outlaws finally pulled up on some dudes, and he told them, well, he said he respect the diamond. You know, you got a wife to go home to. You want to live to see tomorrow? And the dude was like, yeah, they was terrified. So I just think that again, it's always education. You buy a bike just because you buy a bike, you should at least learn the biker's rules. A lot of people don't.
Would you call them motorcyclists?
Motorcyclists.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. You say that because they didn't have a patch on? That's what I'm saying. Were they non-patch wearers?
No, he wasn't a patch wearer. Just a motorcycle rider.
Like I said, when it comes to these videos, other times it's just the one dude. Like the one guy pulled up on him, kind of barked at him like he was his son. Then you had the other dude where looked like they were riding down some beach street or type of beachfront scenario, and the speed limit could have been like 35 miles an hour, but the dude, he still cut him off and was trying to, keep him back, and you could tell that the guy wasn't a full patch member,
Right, so, I saw that one too.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
You really got the game fucked up, my nigga.
So in reality, a lot of times that thing is for groups, majority of the time, not really one rider. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The game with that is just don't get in my lane. You know what I mean? If that's the case. They want to sit and tell us we run the streets and hold on, bro. Slow all that down. Because if that's the case, everybody's going to feel that way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to certain clubs, depending on the club, especially in, when it comes to the dominance and the outlaws and the 1%ers, you don't know what beef they have in the street. Nobody really does what they do. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times they'd be on high alert.
Yeah.
So if they rolling and they see something coming up fast in the motherfucker, like that's what they do. They send out the little ops and undercovers and whatnot to either watch, to do surveillance, or to go ahead and pop shots. You see what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes it gets shaky if they see you walking up and if it's a large pack, you'll catch 2 or 3 of them run up on you. Like, don't do that right here. You know what I mean? Because we already on one mentally.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It don't really have to do with really owning the street. Sometimes it'd be about, let us just run this area by ourselves. We finna be off the freeway in a minute anyway. You know what I mean? You can go do what you want to. When I'm gonna pop all the wheelies you want, run from highway patrol, all that. Let me and my dudes get the fuck up. And at the same time, if you pull up respectfully, if it's the tail gunner or the road captain, whatever they want to call him, a lot of times he will escort you to the front of the pack. Then when you get to the front, go balls out. Do whatever
Go
you
about
want.
your business.
Yeah,
Yes,
especially
sir.
like if it's a 2-lane highway or something like that. Like them 5-lane motherfucker, man, get your ass over about 3-4 lanes and do what you want. If somebody try to come after you for that, then they might be on some bully shit for some dumb shit. Like me personally, I could give 2 fucks less. You know what I'm saying? If it's like especially out here in Cali, how some freeways are so fucking wide. If I'm in the carpool lane and you way up, man, nobody care about you. Go ahead and do your thing. Because if you get into an accident, it's not going to affect nothing over here.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? It ain't going to affect shit. Like I said, if it goes outside of that, that's where it comes with that buzzing shit, where you come right next to my pack. And no. We finna have us a conversation, you know? And I get it. You know, if you're in a space where, you know, you got your thing on you, you got your little pea shooter on you, whatever the case may be, you got to think they do too. They not walking or they not running right. You know what I mean? 20 individuals in that type of faction, best believe about 12 of them got it. And when they run up on you, you don't think they're not already on one to try to knock your head off. And that's to be as cool as I can, but to be a pessimist at heart. They already thinking this shit. Especially the young ones, they already thinking they finna earn a strike. So do you not think when you go to reaching or clutching or they're not going to do the same? So it's like, why put yourself in that predicament? That really makes no sense at all. You know, and I get it. You might get off a couple, pop, but believe me, you're not walking out of there safely. You know what I mean? Rather than go ahead, let these dudes have their little moment for the next 3 to 5 minutes, and let me go about my business and make it home to my kids or my wife or my job or, you know what I mean, my little side piece, wherever the hell you was on your way to. Some people ain't going to be that nice. Some people ain't going to have no conversation for you. Like we talked about before, I know of a situation where, and mainly because it was on the news. It wasn't like no word of mouth, nothing, where a man and his son were riding on the freeway. They passed up a certain group and got knocked, you know, and one of them was on a sport bike. So that clearly didn't help them. Before, and they were like, well, you know, it's protocol and blah. And I'm like, well, it's not really protocol per se. It's just like a biker code to a certain extent. Because like you said, they weren't even in the club and they understood because you wore a pack, let me not disrespect them and blow past the dude. You know what I mean? And a lot of times in 2-finger ways, man, they work about 85% of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just come, acknowledge, boo, give them 2 fingers, they're going to give it back and go on about your business. But that whole buzzing thing, people got to understand, to the biker, those that are really in the culture, it feels and it seems like a disrespect, like you're trying to say that you're better than type. So I don't really know how to put it in words, but it's almost like that. Like you're the bigger, you're better dog, like you want to race type, you know what I mean? That type of shit. You know what I mean? And some people take it that way, and their thing is, I don't want to race, I want to fight. And you know, and a lot of times, that's not to knock nobody, but a lot of times when you catch the tough talk, like I'm gonna do this, a lot of times you either don't ride your bike that far, you don't ride in the areas where there are some real clubs, you know what I mean, some real reputables, or, you know what I'm saying, they're just not in your area. So you never been through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my thing is, don't pump somebody up. You know what I mean? Just kind of keep that to yourself. If that's what you're going to do, man, good luck to you. And you know, and that's why I say even when I'm sport bike guys, like they'll always sit there and say, hey, well, I'll just outrun them and you better catch me and things like that. Understand there are curves and turns and things like that. And some of these dudes, Harleys, are built to do way past 120, 130, and 140 miles an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean? Depending on who you playing with, understand they will walk you down. You'll look back and be like, damn, this nigga coming. Is that an ultra glide?
Right.
At some point, you either know, you heard somebody who's been through it, that type of thing. They're not going to get out there and do it. As soon as they get on the freeway and see, and they go, up. Believe me, they're going to tap that brake almost like you see Highway Patrol. You get on the freeway, you get to slow that motherfucker down. Believe me, you're going to tap that brake.
Mm-hmm.
You can say, you can tell me whatever you want. I've been doing this about 2 decades. I know what's going to happen.
There's going to be some hesitation up in there, huh?
Yeah, somewhere. You know what I mean? Best
Right.
you getting off at the next exit, and then the first thing you gonna say, man, they tripping.
Man, you already know, y'all been doing this way longer than me. If number 2 falls down, shit, everybody behind him gonna go down.
Well, not everybody,
definitely.
but number 3, number 3 through about 7 for sure. 3 through 7, you out of here, my boy.
The rest gonna
Then they gonna slide off. Yeah. All you motherfuckers out there by yourself, you don't have to be a dick. You don't have to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? Leave that tough guy shit at home, man. Because guess what? You might be addicted to somebody, and y'all might be going to the same location. And what the motherfucker meet you there at that location that you're at. And you being a dick, and all of a sudden he just tip you up a little bit. You gonna clock?
Hey, that's the video you might have him. Hey, look, that's the video you might have him hand.
That's what I'm saying.
That nigga he might go ahead and serve you up, soft serve, my boy. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, quick, boy.
Ben would make it so cold, he ain't got no color. So who you gonna say? And the nigga was riding a black CBR.
Stop making me laugh, y'all. Come
Fuck,
I think that nigga I think he was on a green ground. That nigga took off through the park. You know what I'm saying?
That respect goes a long way, bro. That shit goes a long way.
Bro, super long. And that's why, when people, that's why, when you talk about the respect game, those who are not on the Outlaw 1%, like, well, what respect? And they don't give us no respect. And I get it. There are 1 or 2 little just busters out there that just want to do the extra.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean everyone's like that. So
thank you.
One club wanted to do it. Like, don't just put them all in one little boat and say, I remember the last time, so fuck these motherfuckers and take off. Because this group might be a total different group.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? They may let you slide. They may walk you down and knock your head off. And that's the difference. And people got to understand that. You know what I mean?
Night, Irene.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And understand why you doing that shit all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you're in the club and you brand new, ask them dudes why you know what I mean? Because it's a reason for it. It's not just because we're trying to be an asshole. It's a reason for it. If we got a big, large number or whatever, we try to make sure our entire pack makes it where we're going safely without no problems. And when you come around here fucking around trying to be cool because you see some bikers, now you want to act like you got biker skills. You know what I mean? You want a little burnout, you want to pop a wheelie on the freeway, and what if you lose it and just you know what I'm saying? You take out half our pack. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like shit like that. Don't nobody
That's the
want to see
problem.
that because because you thought the fall hurt. Oh, understand? They not caring. They go Mexican hat dance your motherfucking ass until the motherfucking police come. Then they gonna leave. When they hear that because somebody over there recording your ass get beat up and put you on.
Man.
What's that? World Star. You know what I'm
World
saying?
Star, nigga, getting tipped up.
Bro, they put and ain't nobody gonna get out in hell. They just gonna call
sir.
ambulance. Yeah, some are gonna call 911. The others gonna pull it up for YouTube. You're
That's
gonna be on
it.
somebody.
Someone
Yeah, you're
call
gonna be on somebody's TikTok.
911.